The highly anticipated meeting in Alaska between the U.S. president and his Russian counterpart wrapped up without a deal to end the war in Ukraine. Still, both leaders say progress was made.
Our negotiations have been held in a constructive atmosphere of mutual respect. We have very thorough negotiations that were quite useful. I would like to thank once again my American counterpart for the proposal to travel out here to Alaska.
But we had an extremely productive meeting and many points were agreed to. There are just a very few that are left. Some are not that significant. One is probably the most significant, but we have a very good chance of getting there. We didn't get there, but we have a very good chance of getting there.
For more, we turn to CTV's Mike Couteur, who is on the airbase in Anchorage. Mike, you watched this whole thing beginning to end. What's the big takeaway?
I think it was interesting in that press conference how Vladimir Putin had talked about saying that he wanted to make sure that there was peace in Ukraine. But at the same time, he had a bit of a warning saying that he didn't want Ukrainian or European leaders to stand in the way of the emerging progress that was made here today. Now, the two leaders did meet for 2.5 hours. That was a little shorter than the White House had predicted, but it was a lot longer than the Kremlin had said that it could be going as long as 6 hours. Then you took a look at what we had heard from U.S. President Donald Trump, where he talked about how they did make a lot of progress, but not on one of the big things. We still don't know what that big thing is, but you'd have to think that it's the ceasefire that he said he wanted to have coming out of this meeting. And he said he's got a lot of work to do. He has to make a bunch of phone calls, notably to Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, to European leaders, and to the head of NATO, Mark Rutte. He also ended it where you had Vladimir Putin say at the end of this press conference for the next meeting maybe in Moscow, and he said that in English, and Trump answered a little sheepishly saying, oh, well, I don't know, I'll probably get a lot of heat for this, but he didn't discount it completely, Heather, and I think that is an interesting thing as well.
Mike, walk us through what we were seeing before this meeting. A lot of imagery there capturing attention as well.
Yeah, exactly. The meeting of the two leaders on the red carpet, both emerging from their presidential planes at the same time, then coming together, having that handshake. This is very interesting, as you said, imagery. And if a picture is worth 1,000 words, well, a lot of people may have been completely speechless at seeing this. This is a world leader. Putin is somebody who's been shunned on the world stage. So to literally have this warm welcome and a literal red carpet rolled out for him, I think is certainly something that he will take away from this as a win, because he now believes that he is back in the fold and back in the conversation. Heather?
Mike Couteur in Anchorage for us tonight.